Now, Olasubomi Iginla Aina, who is the Executive Director, Light Up Foundation, and the Nigerian Diaspora Ambassador, has been facilitating the rescue and movement of Nigerians in Ukraine to Slovakia, while Pastor Paul Babatunde Adesoye has also done a lot to provide relief to Nigerian refugees also in Slovakia. Both of them now are joining us to dwell a bit more on how it has been and what obstacles they may have encountered in the course of their charitable efforts. I want to say thank you very much for joining us here on Newsday. And we want to look at it. It's really sad that we're still seeing people being left behind. But we want to first say thank you for all your efforts in trying to accommodate people and ensure that the transition is not seamless, but at least it's possible. Talk to us about the efforts that have been put in and what you're still expecting to happen in the coming days.
Yeah, thank you very much for the opportunity you've given me. First, I would like to lay a premises by saying that I started a solidarity tour from Poland, and I witnessed the evacuation of the students from Poland as at a few days ago. So I got to Slovakia 2 days ago, and I was surprised to see what I actually encountered. To be honest with you, it's like Slovakia has been abandoned. There are a lot of young people here. Pastor Paul of Redeemed Christian Church has been the one helping these young people, and they don't have any help. I had to cancel my ticket yesterday to ensure that they get the necessary publicity that will help them get the needs that will help them meet their needs. They are truly in need. There are about 5 stations where young people are being placed, and this is one of the stations where we're being interviewed from. And I honestly want to appeal to the Nigerian government to look at this direction. Slovakia needs you, Nigerian. Thank you.
Well, again, I have to say thank you for the efforts that you're making, because this is a voluntary effort on your part. But one thing that stood out for me is the fact that from what we've seen, is that you've reached out to some universities to see if you can help out some of these students who have been evacuated in order to continue their education. Can you please tell us more about the progress you've made regarding that?
Yeah, thank you very much again. First and foremost, what I have done on behalf of Light Up Foundation, we started to seek opportunities for these young people because we need to engage their minds immediately. So we have gotten we've gotten international scholarship. For girls, we have 75%, and for the boys, we have 50%, 100% on academic excellence. So that is for those ones who want to apply to the school that we got it from. Now, for the schools in Nigeria, what we have been able to do so far, I started to make contact with Bells University. I have made contact with Redeem University and Covenant University. And I would like to use this opportunity of this interview to call on other universities that are private in Nigeria to please come to the aid of these young people, because we need them to be given an immediate admission, and aside that, motivated by scholarship as well, because some of these people left Nigeria because they feel that there is a better life outside Nigeria, but now they are back home. Please, we need you to look at them compassionately and offer them opportunities to make them stay and study in Nigeria. Yes, so these are the efforts that I've made in the direction of how to resolve the crisis that we are currently faced with.
All right, let's turn our attention to Pastor Paul, because you've been sitting quiet. Let's bring you into this discussion. Talk to us about the efforts that have been made by you and your team and your church, but more importantly, what kind of help would you like to get to ensure that you can expand your scope and also expand what you're doing to reach out to other people that are still probably being abandoned or being left behind there?
Thank you very much. I'm so glad to be on the platform with you. The church has done a quite great job. So we have been helping people, putting them in our church and then our hostels, hotels, since Sunday. So since the war broke out in Ukraine, so we have been sending people to the border to pick some people. Some people will tell them to just locate, find themselves how to get to Bratislava. So we pick them from the airport, and then we have been providing food for them. Some people came without clothes, so we are calling our people to bring clothes to church so that we can give them shoes. But now we need help. The help that we need is that we cannot, from Monday, we will not be able to pay for accommodation again for all these young men. Please, we need help so that they will not be sleeping outside, because in our church we can only occupy only 50 people, and then we have over 150 people that we need to pay for. So that is where we are calling the Nigerian government to come and assist us, so that we can able to put these people, because most of them said they don't want to go back. Some said they want to go back, and we have not even seen any help from anywhere. The church has been responsible to meet their needs. Please, we are calling on Nigerian government to just come out and get help. They have not done anything in Slovakia.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, Pastor Paul, I have one more question for you. Do we still have time for that?
Yeah, I think we still do.
Great. So your efforts are in Slovakia, but we also understand that you're also making efforts towards evacuating not just Nigerians, but Africans who are in Ukraine. Could you please shed more light on that? Unless we were misinformed.
No, that question was for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
Please, go ahead.
Regards to evacuation, what I have done so far, I have communicated with the Prime Minister for the new state that was created by the African Union, SWAT state, and we've started working together on how we can evacuate Africans from Ukraine and the ones around the border. So what we have done so far in that regard is we have formed the team, and fingers crossed, based on all that we're working on, we should start evacuation next week. Fingers crossed. We have gotten some support from aviation industries, and all these are still in process. But I am unable to give you all the details until I'm sure of what we need to do and when we are going to be doing it. But fingers crossed, from next week we start evacuation. And then for the young people who were, because I remember seeing that young people in Ukraine are actually clamoring to be evacuated. There are thousands of young people that are stuck in Ukraine as we speak. And there is no how we can close our eyes to that. There is a need to evacuate those ones, aside the ones around the border. So we all hands must be on deck. We will do our very best to ensure that we resolve this as well. Thank you.
All right. Let me still come back to you, Pastor Paul. You've spoken about the fact that you guys are almost maxed out in terms of the capacity you can actually receive in, but I can't but help but still throw it out there that if people still want to reach out to you or reach out to your organization for help, how can they reach out to you people? Where are you people located in Slovakia?
We are located in Bratislava. Our address is Kapaska 2 in Bratislava, the capital of Slovakia. And then you can call me on the +421 944 627 134. I'll go it again. +421 944 627 134. I just want to add one or two things to it. I'm receiving calls from Ukraine. People want me to come to Ukraine to come and pick them. Please, it's even from Bratislava to the border, it's 12 hours journey.
Wow.
And then we still have some people that are still inside underground in Ukraine. Please, this is time Nigerians need Nigerian government. Nigerians, they need Nigerian government at this time to help. I wish we were able to do better, but this is the only thing we can do to assist people as a church.
All right, you want to say it's really heartbreaking to hear this. We actually hope the government redirect their efforts to those in Bratislava, Slovakia, to to be very precise, because we can see that help is heavily needed there. But we want to say thank you for the good work you're doing, and certainly it will not go unnoticed. All right. I want to say thank you for joining us here on Newsday, both of you.